There are many exciting things coming to the Poconos.
We wanted to give all of you a sneak peek at some new things in the Pocono Mountains for 2023 and 24.
Tell you what, you take the first one, I'll take the other.
Great, then we'll meet right back here again.
Perfect.
Great Wolf Lodge in the Pocono Mountains has been a successful resort since 2005, but now things are getting even bigger and better. I met up with Bill Colavito from Great Wolf Lodge, and we talked about the massive expansion happening right here. This is one of the premier properties in a crown jewel in the Pocono Mountains and undergoing a tremendous transformation. And we happen to be talking to the right person to tell us all about it, Bill Colavito, who is the general manager of Great Wolf Lodge. Bill, thanks for being with us.
Chris, thank you very much, especially for that kind introduction. We couldn't be happier for you to be here. And really, really excited at the fact that we are actually building a hotel and a whole bunch of expansion stuff while we're operating a hotel. And it's a $125 million project where we are adding an additional tower, which we call the Mountain Tower. We're adding villas, 30 units, 10 buildings of villas that are 1,554 square foot each for families, and an additional water park extension on top of an additional restaurant design, brand new for us.
So the villas, tell us about those. Why would a family want to book a villa versus, and I know you're going to talk about the Mountain Tower later, but talk to us about the villas first.
So we'll start with the villas, and the interesting thing is that over the years, we've been doing this since 2005, first of all, and every year we want to make a little bit of a different experience for guests each year that they come back. We have about 35% of our guests that continue to keep coming back to us. They're all, 60% of them about this big, so the families really enjoy it. And what we found is that there's multi-generations, there's friends and families that come and visit us, and so the villas provides an experience where they actually can kind of spend some time, bigger space together. So our villas are 1,554 square feet for each one. They're 3 bedrooms, they have a huge kitchen area. So the whole idea is that these families can kind of get together and actually enjoy time together. And then they have, each of them have a 600 square foot balcony that overlooks the mountains, and there is nice furniture out there. There's a Weber grill, there's a fire pit, there's a ping pong table, there's things to do, there's checkers and chess. So the whole idea is that families can kind of get together. So what we found is that people want to spend time together when they're here. So we provided an environment where they can do it either in our villas, or there's even some other things that we do in our new tower as well.
So this is very unique to Great Wolf Lodge, and especially to this property in the Pocono. So none of the other Great Wolf Lodges, or really properties here, have that amenity, right? That you could have the view, you could just isolate kind of in your own little space, and then use a world-class water park. You don't have that anywhere.
No, so the beauty of the villas and why it works so well is because we're in the Pocono Mountains. And the Pocono Mountains is just beautiful, and our property is like nestled in there. And we have these beautiful backdrop views. So these villas add that whole component of like nature, et cetera, where you're nestled in the Pocono Mountains, and you can kind of feel like it's still a getaway.
So you mentioned the mountain villas though, so if we have a guest who's bringing in that little one for the first time, they want the standard experience that they've come to know, the great experience from Great Wolf. Talk about the new tower.
Yeah, so we're calling that the Mountain Tower. So it's a tower that has additional 202 suites, and they're standard, themed, and premium. And the beauty about this now is that in our original tower, which we call our legacy tower, if you had a family, 2 multi-generational families or families and friends, we couldn't put you right together and connect in rooms. In the new tower, the Mountain Tower, you can do that. So now we could have multiple families in rooms that are connecting with each other. So you could be in a theme suite where the kids have their own bunk bed and family is on the outside of it, and then connected to a family suite where maybe it's, you know, grandma and grandpa or other family and friends. So that also works for the whole multi-generational kind of when people and families are coming to the destination.
One thing we noticed too was the water park's getting a huge upgrade. The food service I definitely don't want to forget about, because the new Fireside restaurant's amazing. Talk to us about the water park, the outdoor, and then the Fireside.
Sure. So if you think about, we obviously need to expand our water park and our restaurant capabilities and everything else that's happening inside the hotel, because we're adding 232 rooms. And staff too, by the way, we'll add another 300 staff members, which we call pack members. But so with all of these more families that are coming in, we need to do something inside of the hotel. So we added a 40,000 square foot water park. And it's really, really exciting because inside of this additional water park, so it's going to extend from our existing water park to total 120,000 square feet of water park space. The new water park is going to have 7 slides, new slides. The slide tower is huge. We have it's called a wolf tail, where you stand in it, the floor drops, and you literally just go right down. We have a brand new slide winder, new to the entire company. And that literally is very high thrill. We call them high thrill rides. We have mat races where families can kind of race each other going down. And then we have a body slide. So all of those slides, additionally, we also have 20 additional cabanas where families can kind of get together. And what we found is that people want like guaranteed space, like a home base. So just where it makes perfect sense, and that's why we added those. We added an additional bar restaurant inside there. There's new locker rooms and restrooms as well. And then there's a huge outdoor area, huge, twice the size, which has food and beverage experience. We have fire pits. We have an outdoor hot tub. We have a huge pool with splash pads now, 8 specially designed cabanas by Nate Burkus, who we partnered with. They're beautiful. And a huge 4-story ropes course. So the whole outdoor experience kind of feels like you're away in a resort, but then you have all of the benefits being indoors.
So this is really an amazing experience as you've described it, but I think, I don't want to use the word cherry on top, but the Fireside restaurant was such a great addition, right? So it really brought us up a lot of, we had great food service, but really added a whole new level of food service.
Without
here.
a doubt. So originally, and folks who've been coming here, we had one restaurant, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it really, because of all of the demand, we could only really do buffet style. So that was probably always our Achilles heel, because not only do we have quick service, we have pizza and burgers and Dunkin' Donuts and ice cream and all of these things you can do when you're out and about, but when you want to come for dinner, we just had a buffet restaurant. So now we actually added a restaurant, a 3-meal a la carte restaurant, which is an elevated experience called Fireside Restaurant. And that is awesome. A beautiful bar, a beautiful restaurant. The whole idea and the theming about Fireside Restaurant is kind of outdoor camping. So that's big, huge ceilings. You kind of feel like you're kind of with the family, like we talked about, dining outdoors. So our menu kind of emulates a little bit of like outdoor kind of camping. We serve skillets, and of course we have s'mores afterwards, etc. And
the menu's amazing. You make your own mac and cheese, which every small kid loves. But I mean, it's great mac and cheese.
Our mac and cheese is without a doubt. The kids love it. It's house-made mac and cheese. It's probably our #1 selling item even right as we speak, and adults love it too.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah. On top of that, we expanded the entire lobby because of all of the people that are coming, the whole porta here, so that whole arrival experience, the front desk, and that buffet restaurant that I talked about, we're remodeling all of that. So it'll be a whole nother buffet restaurant, and that's going to actually be called Timber Tables. So now, when you come, we have a really nice breakfast, lunch, and dinner buffet restaurant, and an elevated experience breakfast, lunch, and dinner a la carte restaurant. So a lot more for people to do while they're in the hotel.
So I think it's really interesting to say you're operating a full-service hotel while this is all being built, not missing a step. You know, the guests are still having a great experience. But when the guest revisits, before we close, I want to ask, what do you want the guest to know about, one thing, about the new look here at Great Wolf Lodge in the Poconos?
All right, so 2 things. Operating the hotel while we're building a hotel has been, for all of the guests that have been coming, we really appreciate their loyalty to come into our brand, because literally we have 95 acres, and a majority of those acres are being under construction as we're building all of this for our guests. But through the process, sometimes it could be a little bit painful. So we appreciate that, and they keep coming back. So we really appreciate their loyalty. So I would love to say to anybody that's come to the Pocono Mountains that not only is the destination beautiful, but we're nestled in the Pocono Mountains, and you can do whatever you'd like. You still have the opportunity to do other things, enjoy in the Pocono Mountains.
Well, Bill, we could talk a lot, and I love that when we do talk, because I always learn some great things, but one of the greatest things I always learn is that Great Wolf Lodge is one of the crown jewels of the Pocono Mountains and gives the experience that you've come to expect from us, and now is moving it up to greater levels with greater amenities. This great water park expansion should be done by July 4th of this year. The balance of the project in August. But now, let's check in with Dee.
Thanks, Chris. When you think of hibachi and sushi-based restaurants in the Poconos, only one name comes to mind: Desaki. Their amazing food is not only beautiful, but delicious and fun to watch. I'm with Vincent Trapasso from Desaki and found out a little bit more about their plans for the future. So Vincent, I know you guys have an amazing restaurant already. We're standing here with your son Dante. Can you tell me what we're standing in front of?
So we are standing at the site of the future Swiftwater of the Pocono Mountains. It will be a 100-room boutique hotel that will be modern, but yet still remaining true to the Pocono Mountains experience.
And you know what, I got to tell you, this is a family dream come true. Our family's been talking about this and planning this for years, and we're finally glad that we're building it. In front of us is the porte-cochere that the cars will be pulling into. We're standing in the front door of the hotel. Directly in back of me is the lobby, and off to the left is the stair tower and the elevator shaft, and off to my right, there are executive suites with plunge pools. We're planning on being open sometime this winter to get everything underway, and we're going to take it from there.
I love that. Well, thanks for showing me a little bit.
Well, we're glad to show you.
So now we moved inside in the Desaki restaurant. Dante, your mom Charlie's joining us now. Why don't you guys tell me a little bit more in depth about the project we were talking about outside?
So being a boutique hotel, it allows us to have much more flexibility, especially in our amenities and the interior design. A couple things just to highlight, you know, we have an indoor-outdoor pool, swim under that you'll be able to go out into a radiant heat back patio, an executive meeting room, as I mentioned, outside the plunge pool suites, as well as a fifth floor with a beautiful concierge lounge and a concierge level that will be able to have enhanced features. But the real main point was the interior design, which in coordination with Hersher Procurement Company, my mom was able to really make a wonderful, wonderful design.
So Charlie, why are you going to tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, I want to say I had the easiest part of this whole project, and it's been a lot of fun. And it's been fun because we've been able to have a dream, have a vision, and put it together. And this has been an interesting experience. What I think will set us apart here in the Poconos is the hotel is going to be a blend. It's going to be a blend of boutique and luxury with sophistication.
I like that.
And I really focused on bringing in an organic element to highlight the beauty of the Pocono Mountains. For example, green. Green is our color. Love the color green. We have featuring emerald and evergreens. And we're tying that in with the beauty of the wood tones. So I think that that is going to be a unique feature. Additionally, we have accents. The lighting is going to be, we're going to have that organic feel, but we're going to also have decor that's going to pop. And it's going to set it apart. It's going to make it, again, bring in that sophistication with the organic element. Additionally, I think what was important to me was to be able to feature local art. We're going to have local artists showcase their artwork throughout the corridors of the hotel and in the lobby as well. In addition to that, we're going to have local artists feature their items and their artifacts in the gift shop. And that to me is very important because we are a beautiful community, the Pocono Mountains, and we are going to want to show the beauty and the uniqueness of the Pocono Mountains. So that's important to me. We also worked on the bedrooms. The rooms are very important because you want to be able to have that experience of a getaway.
Yeah.
But also, again, keeping that sophistication. I think we were able to really capture that elegance with the organic feel. For example, we have a local artist who is actually painting the murals, bringing in the organic green behind the headboards in the bedrooms. People are going to walk into these bedrooms and go, wow. Our concierge level, the decor is sexy. It's a place you want to sit down on the couch and read a paper.
I'm like, you're luring me in already.
It's gonna be very unique, and so it's been an exciting journey, and we can't wait to unveil it. I think if there were 5 words that would, really explain what this hotel is about, it would be luxury, comfort, a mountain escape, beauty, and pampering.
Oh, I love that. I'm like, when can I reserve my room?
Right?
That new hotel looks amazing, and I love the food.
And Great Wolf Lodge is such an amazing place for families to come and enjoy vacations. This addition is going to be a welcome site for tourists for decades to come.
Well, we have one more addition too, the Four Seasons for Fun B&B in Lakeville, PA. Opening this summer, enjoy a variety of suites, pool, sauna, hot tub, all within walking distance to Lake Wallenpaupack. We hope you enjoyed our preview of just a few of the exciting things that are happening in the Pocono Mountains.
Remember, to find all amazing adventures, hotels, restaurants, and even beverage trails, you need to go to one place, PoconoMountains.com.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again right here on PTN, the Pocono Television Network.